What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's Down and Dirty. We're talking about rovers and base stations, the relationship between this guy, and really what are these two things used for. So in GPS, if you're not familiar, we have a rover and base station is going to be the fundamental kit that you get with any GPS setup. You can't just go buy a dozer with GPS. You have to have a base station, and the base station is always going to come with a rover. So that's what we have here, is a basic GPS kit with a rover and a base station. Let's get into what that means. So our base station is this guy over here, and our rover is this guy over here. Visually, the only difference is the fact that this guy over here has a tablet. And I'm going to blow your minds for just a second. Bear with me. Really, there's no difference between these two other than that globe at the very top. And we could actually tell that globe to act like a base station. I know that blows your mind. Bear with me, this is what we're breaking down today. So let's think about just the GPS on your phone. Forget all of this fanciness over here, this high dollar technology, and just think about using Google Maps on your phone. Have you ever noticed that when you zoom in really tight to your little dot on Google Maps, it doesn't actually sit still. It bounces around a little bit. And I'm gonna flash over to a screen grab of my phone, and I'll show you it doing this exact thing. Why does it do that? Well, the thing is these globes right here, these two white things, and I'm just gonna, us old school guys that have been around since these things were the size of balloons, we call them globes. Those globes are talking to satellites just like your phone does. Well, as you can imagine, even if we're talking to 10 satellites, there's gonna be, there's a lot of distance between us and the satellites, and there's a lot of things like air in the middle that cause some interference with the signal. And so as a result, your phone kind of goes, you're about right there. And we can get it relatively accurate within probably, I don't know, 5 feet or so. But because of all the distortion coming through the air and other atmospheric things and blah, 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 science terms, we still have some variation. And so your phone kind of jumps around and says, I think you're here. Well, I think you're here. Well, I think you're here. The same thing happens to our GPS in our machines, or in this circumstance, our rover. Our rover is going to be this guy on the left. And he is a tool that we're going to use to walk around the job site, and we're going to plot points, and we're going to make surfaces. It's really our design tool before we bring out our fancy skid steer, our fancy dozer to do the actual GPS grading, right? And so that's what a rover is, to break that down for you. The problem is as we're walking around on site, we're encountering the same issue that our phone does. We may have our rover sitting right here at this point, but it might say, oh, now the satellite says I'm here. Now the satellite says I'm here. Now the satellite says I'm here. And it's just kind of bouncing around because we've got a pretty good feel for where we're at, but there's still that issue. Well, what if we had a constant point that was receiving the same satellite signals that could tell us how much out of whack the satellite signal is from where we actually are? Huh. Well, look at there. That's exactly what we have. That's what a base station does. A base station is simply a constant point that is in communication with your rover, with your dozer, with your skid steer, all the other equipment on the job. And it's basically saying, hey, I'm a constant point, I haven't moved, but the satellites, the same satellites that you're communicating with over there, are telling me that I'm 4 feet to the left. So what it does, you're going to hear this term thrown around when we talk about GPS, corrections. So what the base station does is it sends my rover a correction and says, hey, whatever the satellite's telling you right now in this very moment, and it's doing this at 60 times a second. This is happening in real time the whole time you're running the machine or you're using your rover, all the time. Hey, it's telling you you're 4 feet to the left, you're actually 4 feet to the right. So whatever it's telling you, move 4 feet to the right of that. Oh, now it's telling you it's 2 feet to the north. Oh, you're actually 2 feet to the south. So there is a constant communication going back and forth from this guy to this guy, where they're both communicating up to satellites. This guy's just saying, hey, correct it. Hey, correct it. Hey, correct it. Hey, correct it. The whole time. And that's why when you use GPS and you put that rover on a point, it's pretty well going to be on that point, and you've got about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch of variance. That's how precise we're able to be with our corrections, thanks to our constant point, the base station. So now we get back to that, hey, I can make this thing a base station. In reality, all we've done is we've taken our same tablet here and we've Bluetooth paired to this guy and we've said, hey, you are a base station. Your whole purpose in life is to receive satellite signals and send out corrections to everybody else on the job. I could Bluetooth pair to this globe and tell him he needs to be a base station. But what good would that be if we just had 2 base stations on our job site? We would not be getting any work done. We would just be doing an exercise in ridiculousness. So what we do is we say, hey, you Mr. Rover, you Mr. Globe are a rover. You're gonna run around, you're gonna receive corrections from our base station, and you're gonna tell me exactly where we are on this flinging job. And that's exactly how GPS works. So as big and scary as GPS seems, and as overwhelming as having all of these components seem, it's really dang straightforward. A base station will always be your constant point, which is why we spend time setting up our base station and telling the base station. We tell that globe right there using our tablet when we Bluetooth sync to it. We say, hey, you are at this coordinate in space. You're at this elevation, you're at this easting and northing. This is where you live and you won't move from that. Because from then on, as long as we don't move this pole right here, we have good corrections for everything else on the job. And that's why it comes with a rover, is because a base station has to stay where it needs to be. It can't move. It can't be your design tool. It can't be used for shooting points. It's gotta be like a rock. It's gotta stay there and be stable for everybody else. And so we are supplied with a rover alongside it, because now we have a tool that we can actually go utilize on the job. Now, is it possible to get just a base station without the rover and set up a dozer? Technically you could, but the problem is we need that tablet and we need all the software to interface with this guy to tell him what's going on, which is generally why when you are sold a base GPS kit, you're going to have a rover and a base station. So I hope this demystifies GPS a little bit for some of you guys that are still on the fence about how it works and whether or not it's worth getting into. 100% worth getting into. It's a lot simpler than it seems once you kind of get done drinking from the fire hydrant. So we're going to keep going on this whole series. We're going to keep going on the GPS stuff, get you guys more comfortable with it. If you got questions, as always, drop them down in the comments. We'll catch you on the next one.